According to the 2023 National Electrical Code, Section 760.45b, which addresses power to smoke alarms, the power to smoke alarms must be provided from either a non-rechargeable battery-operated power source or a branch circuit that is supplied from a power source meeting the requirements outlined in Section 700.12a. Furthermore, where alternating current power is provided, battery backup shall be included in each smoke alarm. This means that if the smoke alarm is powered by the building's electrical system, it must also have a battery backup. The purpose of this requirement is to ensure that smoke alarms continue to function even during a power outage. Smoke alarms are critical life safety devices, and their proper operation is essential for providing early warning of a fire. Battery backups provide a redundant power source, ensuring that the smoke alarm can still detect smoke and alert occupants even if the primary power source is interrupted. When selecting smoke alarms, it is important to choose models that comply with the NEC requirements and that have been tested and listed by a recognized testing laboratory. It is also important to follow the manufacturer's instructions for installation and maintenance. Smoke alarms should be installed in accordance with the NEC and local building codes. Typically, smoke alarms are required on every level of a home, inside each bedroom and outside each sleeping area. They should be interconnected so that if one alarm sounds, all alarms sound. Smoke alarms should be tested monthly and batteries should be replaced at least once a year, or according to the manufacturer's instructions. It is also important to replace smoke alarms every 10 years, or sooner if they malfunction. Here's a detailed look at the specific code sections mentioned. First, NEC Section 760.45b directly addresses the power requirements for smoke alarms. The key point is the dual requirement for alternating current-powered alarms to also have battery backup. This ensures functionality regardless of the state of the main power supply. Second, NEC Section 700.12a is referenced as the standard for the power source that can supply the branch circuit powering the smoke alarms. Looking closely at the requirements within 700.12a typically relates to emergency systems and requires a high degree of reliability. It often specifies that the power source must be capable of supplying power for a certain duration, usually at least 90 minutes, in the event of a power outage. This section delves into the specifics of acceptable emergency power sources, which can include storage batteries, generator sets, or uninterruptible power supplies. These sources must be capable of automatically supplying power to the smoke alarms within a specified time frame after a power interruption. The selection of the appropriate power source will depend on factors such as the size and type of the building, the criticality of the smoke alarm system, and the available resources. Now let's discuss the practical implications of these requirements for new construction. Electrical contractors and installers must ensure that all smoke alarms installed in new construction meet the NEC requirements for both primary power and battery backup. This means selecting smoke alarm models that have built-in battery backups and that are listed by a recognized testing laboratory. It also means ensuring that the branch circuit powering the smoke alarms is supplied from a reliable power source that meets the requirements of NEC Section 700.12a. During the design phase of a new construction project, it is important to carefully consider the power requirements for smoke alarms and to select a power source that will meet the NEC requirements. This may involve consulting with a qualified electrical engineer to determine the appropriate size and type of power source. During the installation phase, it is important to follow the manufacturer's instructions for installing the smoke alarms and to ensure that they are properly connected to both the primary power source and the battery backup. After installation, it is important to test the smoke alarms to ensure that they are functioning properly. This includes verifying that the battery backup is working and that the alarms sound when smoke is detected. Homeowners and building occupants should be educated about the importance of maintaining their smoke alarms and testing them regularly. They should also be informed about how to replace the batteries and how to recognize when a smoke alarm needs to be replaced. In addition to the NEC requirements, it is important to be aware of any local building codes or ordinances that may have additional requirements for smoke alarms. Some jurisdictions may require additional smoke alarms or may have specific requirements for the type of smoke alarms that must be installed. It is important to consult with local building officials to ensure that all smoke alarm installations comply with all applicable codes and regulations. Understanding the relationship between smoke alarms, battery backups, and the NEC involves knowing not only the specific sections but also the underlying principles of electrical safety and fire protection. The NEC is not merely a set of rules, it's a comprehensive standard designed to minimize electrical hazards and protect people and property. The requirements for smoke alarms are a testament to this goal. By mandating both alternating current power and battery backup, the code addresses the possibility of power outages, which are common during fires or other emergencies. The reference to Section 700.12a further reinforces the need for a reliable power source, as this section deals with emergency systems. Emergency systems are designed to provide power to essential equipment during a power outage, and smoke alarms certainly fall into this category. The choice of battery type is also significant. Non-rechargeable batteries are specified as an alternative to alternating current power, indicating a focus on long-term reliability. While rechargeable batteries can be used in some applications, they may have a shorter lifespan or may require more frequent maintenance. Non-rechargeable batteries, on the other hand, are generally more reliable and require less maintenance. The inclusion of battery backup in alternating current-powered smoke alarms adds an extra layer of protection. Even if the primary power source is interrupted, the battery backup will ensure that the smoke alarm continues to function. This is particularly important in situations where the power outage is caused by the fire itself. In these cases, the smoke alarm may be the only warning that occupants receive. To further clarify the requirements, let's consider a few hypothetical scenarios. Firstly, imagine a new home is being constructed. The electrical contractor installs smoke alarms that are powered by the building's electrical system. However, the smoke alarms do not have battery backups. This installation would violate the NEC, specifically Section 760.45b. The smoke alarms would need to be replaced with models that have built-in battery backups, or separate battery backups would need to be installed. Secondly, suppose an existing home has smoke alarms that are powered by the building's electrical system and have battery backups. The batteries are several years old and have never been replaced. During a power outage, the smoke alarms do not function. This situation highlights the importance of regular maintenance. The batteries should be replaced at least once a year, or according to the manufacturer's instructions. Thirdly, imagine a home with smoke alarms that are powered by non-rechargeable batteries. The batteries are new and the smoke alarms are functioning properly. However, the homeowner decides to replace the non-rechargeable batteries with rechargeable batteries. This change could potentially violate the NEC depending on the specific requirements of the local building code. Rechargeable batteries may not meet the NEC requirements for long-term reliability. When selecting smoke alarms, it is important to look for models that are listed by a recognized testing laboratory. Listing means that the smoke alarm has been tested and certified to meet certain safety standards. Some of the most common testing laboratories include Underwriters Laboratories and Intertek. Smoke alarms should be installed in accordance with the manufacturer's instructions and the NEC. The NEC provides detailed requirements for the location and spacing of smoke alarms. Generally, smoke alarms are required on every level of a home, inside each bedroom and outside each sleeping area. They should be interconnected so that if one alarm sounds, all alarms sound. Interconnection can be achieved through hardwiring or wireless technology. Hardwired smoke alarms are connected to the building's electrical system and are interconnected with each other through wiring. Wireless smoke alarms are powered by batteries and communicate with each other wirelessly. Both types of smoke alarms have their advantages and disadvantages. Hardwired smoke alarms are generally more reliable, but they require more complex installation. Wireless smoke alarms are easier to install, but they may be more susceptible to interference. Regular testing and maintenance are essential for ensuring that smoke alarms function properly. Smoke alarms should be tested monthly by pressing the test button. Batteries should be replaced at least once a year, or according to the manufacturer's instructions. Smoke alarms should be replaced every 10 years or sooner if they malfunction. Homeowners and building occupants should be educated about the importance of smoke alarms and how to maintain them. Education should include information about the different types of smoke alarms, where to install them, how to test them, and how to replace the batteries. Educational materials can be obtained from local fire departments, building officials, and safety organizations. In addition to the technical requirements, it is important to consider the human element when it comes to smoke alarms. Smoke alarms are designed to save lives, but they can only do so if they are properly installed, maintained, and understood. Homeowners and building occupants need to take responsibility for ensuring that the smoke alarms are functioning properly and that they know what to do in the event of a fire. This includes developing a fire escape plan and practicing it regularly. A fire escape plan should include at least 2 exits from each room and a designated meeting place outside the home. The plan should be practiced at least twice a year. In the event of a fire, it is important to remain calm and to follow the fire escape plan. Get out of the building as quickly as possible and call 911 from a safe location. Do not re-enter the building until the fire department has given the all clear. Smoke alarms are an essential part of a comprehensive fire safety plan. By understanding the NEC requirements for smoke alarms and by taking steps to ensure that smoke alarms are properly installed, maintained, and understood, we can help to prevent fires and save lives. The 2023 National Electrical Code, with its specific section 760.45b, clearly emphasizes the critical role of battery backups and smoke alarm systems. This requirement is not just a suggestion, but a mandatory safety measure that ensures continuous protection, regardless of the availability of alternating current power. Compliance with this code is essential for all new construction and any modifications to existing electrical systems. Understanding the nuances of this regulation and its implications for smoke alarm installation and maintenance is paramount for electrical contractors, homeowners, and anyone involved in building safety. Furthermore, the reference to Section 700.12a on links smoke alarm power sources to the rigorous standards applied to emergency systems. This connection underscores the life-saving importance of smoke alarms and the need for reliable power, even during emergencies when the main power supply may be compromised. By adhering to these code requirements and prioritizing regular maintenance, we can significantly enhance fire safety and protect lives and property. The key takeaway is that a properly installed and maintained smoke alarm system, complete with battery backup, is a vital component of any comprehensive fire safety strategy. Remember to always consult the latest edition of the NEC and local building codes to ensure compliance and to prioritize the safety of yourself and others. Finally, consider the integration of smart smoke alarms, which offer advanced features such as remote monitoring, smartphone alerts, and voice control. These technologies can further enhance fire safety by providing real-time information and enabling faster response times in the event of an emergency. However, it is important to ensure that smart smoke alarms comply with all applicable codes and standards, including the NEC requirements for battery backup. The future of fire safety lies in the integration of technology and code compliance. By embracing innovation while adhering to established safety standards, we can create safer homes and communities for everyone.